Howdy, and welcome to the Texas Bucket List, where we find the best and brightest things for you to experience right here in the Lone Star State. And trust me, this first stop, it's a blast. You see, we found a battlefield unlike any other we've seen in Central Texas. And there, I got a chance to see if I could master the mini tank. In the hills of Hico, Robert Valdez is readying the troops.
You do not win medals by dying, okay?
Because every day, this Army veteran has to deal with an assortment of greenhorns.
We're going to have a good, clean fight and be victorious.
Hoorah!
Hoorah!
Sir, yes, sir.
And the battle he's preparing them for involves tanks, really small ones.
Men and ladies, we're going to go out there and have some fun.
How does this compare to driving a real tank?
Smaller scale, but you still have fun.
Now, I know firsthand what it's like to drive a Sherman, so I wasn't about to pass up the opportunity to take things to another level, even if it is on a smaller scale.
I mean, it's like a lawnmower, but a tank.
Right.
But the fun doesn't stop with a simple ride. These things really do shoot, but instead of perilous projectiles, it's paintballs.
You don't have the big cannon to shoot here.
No, you don't have a big cannon, and not a big bang, but it still gives you the thrill.
Robert is originally from Robstown and retired from the Army as a first sergeant.
Normally when you retire, but you decided not to retire.
Turned out to be that I was still pretty active and wanted to do something else.
This seems more fun.
Yeah, more fun, yeah.
During his 21 years of service, he drove, you guessed it, tanks.
I drove an M60, old M60s, and then we converted to M1s, and I actually drove an M1 and actually shot an M1 when I was a first sergeant. Before that, I was actually in 113s and M114s and also Bradleys. I've driven all of those.
So tank operator your whole career?
Yeah.
Wow.
60 tons of fun is a lot of fun.
During a visit to England, he came across small tanks and thought those would be a hit back home in Texas. So he created a think tank of friends to start the Mini Tank Combat Battlefield Zone.
So when he came to you and said, hey, I got this idea.
I thought he was crazy.
Paul Lockhart served in the Air Force and is one of Robert's partners in this battle playground.
Very unique, and I thought it was a unique thing. I thought, okay, maybe you're onto something. This could be fun.
It took about 8 months or so to get them once I ordered them. Customs kept them for a while. They wouldn't release them. They thought I was making some sort of military militia, I guess. I don't know.
This guy's got 6 tanks.
Yeah.
Oh, mini.
Yeah.
This is the tank. This tank, each one of them weighs about 700 pounds. It's hydraulically driven by a 18-horse gas engine.
Okay, so the engine's back here.
It works like a skid steer. Anybody that's familiar with like a Bobcat or something like that, it's got the joysticks in it, and that's how you control it. Its top speed is less than 2 miles per hour, so if you're getting in it and expecting to transverse across this pasture at a high rate of speed, that's not going to happen.
I suited up and we headed to battle. It didn't take long to realize paintballs can fly.
We got them calibrated to a rate of about 270 feet per second. Doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're in close proximity with these things, you will feel it, and you do have some concealment inside the tank where you can duck down if you're taking hits. And we wear all the head protection and all that stuff.
I gotta keep that in mind. If all hell breaks loose, duck.
If you find yourself under fire, duck. That crawl under the hood.
You know, it does sting. Feels like a pinch. It's pretty cool because you could actually get the feeling of getting hit from all sides and not even realizing where it's coming from.
Gotta be aggressive.
Yeah, I never give up.
The tank tussles to take part in include Fury, a chance to defend a crossing from incoming tanks.
Once we get out there and get in the battlefields, it's a whole different world.
A tactic to it and a strategy.
Then there's the Battle of the Bulge, sort of a free-for-all for all involved.
You learn a lot about manual dexterity because you're having to operate these things and being able to shoot the guns and stuff like that. It makes it really difficult. But at the end of the day, you don't really get hurt. Maybe a few bumps and bruises, but everything's good. It is kind of scary when you're still, but you hear the other tank making that noise and get hyped up about it.
The paint gets absolutely everywhere.
You got a lot of hits on the flank. Okay, your flank was exposed, but other than that, you did great. Yeah, they got you on the side and your arm also.
Yeah, just a little bit. Here's my shot. You like that?
That might have been the one I gave you.
Yeah, I think you gave me that one. Did you give me this one too? Look at the bruise.
No, I don't think that was it.
Gosh, Steve. While some splattered pigment and a few small bruises from bursting bubbles of paint are the extent of your war wounds, this is a fun excursion, a chance to do something different that's put on by veterans who just want to bring a smile to folks across the Lone Star State.
I think this kind of makes him feel young again.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see him when he smiles and comes out and sees these little mini tanks. It's his toys, so it's kind of cool.
It's fun. I'm going to be back.
It gives you a feeling of camaraderie with the people that you're working with, and you're able to see what all's going on with the people that are supposed to be on your side, that you can work together as a team and get the job done and hopefully survive to fight another day.